sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Right then, we are back for part 2 of this stream, and essentially I've just switched back to... yes, I'm fully aware of the irony, but I've now switched back to the router, which is nowhere near my room. So I can't use a router which is down that side, down there, but I can use a router which is about 30 foot away. It's pathetic. This is why I cannot stand technology or anything to do with this, basically. But we are back. We are back live, going through my wildcard. Yeah, I'm not going to be talking for too long, but essentially, as I mean, Vince Chapman straight away. I love the dedication, but I don't think I'll be going on for too long. To be completely honest with you, I think that you're probably kind of sick to death of seeing this particular stream or whatever, and it's a bit disappointing that the last one ended. I'm pretty annoyed myself. Don't mention Black Mirror to me. I'll talk to you all day about that, Vince. Black Mirror. I can actually see the world becoming. Anyway, we'll be going off subject too much there. So where were we? We were talking about this specific team here. And Nick Reed, I'm not going to be talking for too long. We know how that ends. I may go on for half an hour. The last test stream went on for 43 minutes. I was actually seriously thinking of deleting that. Basically, I was thinking, you know what? Chelsea Flyer. I thought you'd gone, mate. Yeah. I was thinking, do I delete the 43-minute one? Blah 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 blah. And I thought, nah, just keep that. But I did just decide, you know what? Let's just keep that up, and we'll just quickly finish off with part 2 of my what my wildcard team is now, my thought process, blah 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 blah. I think again, I'm not going to say I think most people are happy with it. It's not down to what you people think. I should be saying this. But let's just quickly bring up what I kind of wanted to do, which is triple A, which was Aubameyang, Aguero and Abraham up front. Let's have them three. Let's just quickly put them up front. And I was discussing whether to go with a 4-3-3. Well, the only way I could do a 4-3-3 is by having the key players from midfield for their respective teams, Mane, De Bruyne and Mount, have them partnered up with Sacco, and I chose Douglas Luiz. Because I'm just doing what the casuals are doing, which is who's the better performing player in these price brackets. Well, Douglas Luiz at 4.5, why not? Stick him in. And then we get rid of Pereira. We get rid of Bowley, which still means I can have Trent Alexander-Arnold. I bring in essentially Sunchu for 4.7. That leaves me with 4.5. And I bring in a Burnley player, hopefully, I think I'm on... Yeah, Loughton for 4.5. And I'd be playing... this is a 4-3-3 formation. And like I keep banging on about, I am kind of playing the price rise game, but no one's going up in price. So, yeah, 4-3-3. I'll quickly go over it again, who the main players would be. So it would be Soyuncu, Alexander-Arnold, Lundstrom, Loughton, or whoever out of Lundstrom, Loughton and Rico have got the better fixtures. My three-man midfield would be Mane, De Bruyne and Mount, and then I've got a front three of the Aubameyang, Aguero and Abraham. Beautiful. Beautiful in the words of Alan Brazil. So yeah. What's that? Yeah, Andy, no, I just want to quickly make this point. That there is no lagging because apparently using the normal internet, what everybody's using, simply put, is working better than a router, which is just down the bottom there, but whatever. Killian Cree, thoughts on Kieran Tierney, on Tierney, how do you pronounce his name? Tierney, blimey. What are my thoughts on him? Well, he plays for Arsenal. I don't think he's actually started for Arsenal this season in the Premier League. Obviously, he's been bedded in. I think he's played one Europa League game so far. 5.4. His fixtures are looking incredible. Not going to lie. Like I said, he does play for Arsenal. They've had their first clean sheet, would you believe, against Bournemouth. A lot of high hopes. But that reminds me. You've just reminded me, actually, regarding Arsenal and Bournemouth. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on Tierney. At the end of the day, he should be first team after the international break. I'd like to think he would get in. So, yeah, if you got the funds, 5.4, why not? Yeah, to make up a few spare funds, I could get rid of Abraham and bring in Callum Wilson. It saves me a 0.5, I think it is. I think that works out to be. Let's just quickly see how much that saves me. So, for anybody that's watching this, you're thinking, what on earth is going on? It's you again. Unfortunately, I'm doing part 2 out of respect to you guys. Oh, I'm 0.3 short. Oh, Abraham's more expensive. Of course he is. More cheaper, sorry. Oh. There we are. Yeah, you may be wondering what else is going on. Essentially, I've just changed the internet around. And yeah, it seems to be working a lot better now. And yeah, so going back to what I was saying in part 1, 4-3-3 formation, Mane, De Bruyne and Mount. It's not looking too bad. But officially, for people that are watching right now, we are going with a 3-4-3. The team in full is up on screen at the moment. I don't want to keep going on about it, but Matt Ryan, Alexander-Arnold, Bowley, Pereira, Mount, Hudson-Odoi, De Bruyne, Mane, Abraham, Vardy and Aubameyang, and then it doesn't matter about the bench whatsoever. So Jordan making a point. Lacazette will take penalties and Aubameyang will play on the left. Yeah, someone actually brought up a point regarding what do we call it, Lacazette, and they were saying about bringing Lacazette in instead of the Aubameyang, and we'll get onto that in a minute. John Chappell, Steve, do you think there'll be any double price rises during this wildcard market is slower than West Morgan? The answer is no. That ain't going to be happening. I can't see. I know that Pereira, again, he's gone up by 0.1. Jamie Vardy's got. I'm talking about my specific team here. Jamie Vardy and Pereira's gone up by 0.1. Like I said, I've kind of caught the price rise just in case I don't get rid of them or whatever, but you know, I don't think there'll be any double price rises. I can't see that whatsoever. Lacazette. Yeah, let's just quickly put Lacazette in my team. And you never know, I could actually then bolster up the rest of my squad. Let's just do it. Let's do, like I said, let's do it live. I'm probably going to talk for about 20 odd minutes. Yeah, again, as Nick Reed just said, famous last words there. But let's just quickly put in Lacazette for argument's sake. And let's just quickly see what kind of funds I can get from him. Because we did have a caller on the other day. Apologies who it was. If you do want to come live on air, I'm more than happy to take a few phone calls. And that saves me 1.7. So I could upgrade. I mean, what's that? Hudson-Odoi, 7.6. I could get in everybody's love child. Let's get rid of Vardy. Let's bring in a... Oh, just missing out on Aguero. Let's just quickly... On for 2 sec... Again. Surprise, surprise. A laptop's the most sensitive thing on the planet. Right. What are we looking at here? Transfers. Yeah, I was thinking maybe... I mean, Lacazette, the 2 games he's played so far this season, he's scored twice, would you believe? Which is ridiculous. But let's just quickly... So let's just put Lacazette in. Get rid of Vardy. Put in Aguero. Would help if I could spell. And yeah, I could put in 0.2 out from Sunchu. Oh, that's unlucky from my point of view. Just quickly put in Sunchu. Oh, 1.2 out. That's just having Lacazette in. I wouldn't do it. I'd rather have AAA. I'd rather have AAA and if anything, a 4-3-3. But like I said, I could do it earlier on. I could have AAA with Aubameyang, Aguero and Abraham. And I could. How much is Madison's 7.1, isn't he? Let's just get rid of Saka and let's just bring in Douglas Luiz. This is the best. This is the best thing about doing sometimes live streams because you guys give me some ideas and you think to yourself, oh, actually, I could do that instead, and yeah, it works out for the better. So let's just put in Douglas Luiz as a simple example, just to cover that 4.5 player. Because everybody's banging on about Trent Alexander-Arnold, but do I really want him? Do you know what? I'm going to quickly take on a caller. Huncho. Huncho, you've been in the waiting room for the last few minutes or so. Huncho, good afternoon, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. Huncho, I can see that you're doing something, but I can't hear you. Are you there? No, is the simple answer. Fair enough. Huncho, if you want to sort out your mic issues, by all means. I mean, I'm one to talk. But, ooh, bit of controversy in the chat here. All right. What is my team value? 100 and... Oh, I don't know. I can't remember now. Interesting. Right then, Ryan is due a price rise again, so people who got for 4.5 can sell for 4.6, worth getting Gazzini to 0.2. Again, this is the best thing about, whatchamacallit, doing this live stream. Let's quickly find out exactly Gazzini. So you're talking about Gazzini here. Let's just put in Gazzini and find out. Blimey. Stephen Biandi, calm down. Don't worry about it. My team value's like 101.8. There's your answer. Jesus. Gazzini, right. Because obviously he's going to be playing until January because Lloris is out till then. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute he's the greatest player on the planet, but as plays for Tottenham. I keep banging on about this. At the end of the day, plays for a premium team. His fixtures are looking awful. Are looking absolutely terrible. Although if you can't keep a clean sheet against Watford, you don't deserve to be going in the Champions League. Liverpool away, Everton away. Well, Everton actually, they're not exactly free-flowing. Sheffield United at home. Gets to play, gets to do whatever. Notorious Nerds saying, stay away from Spurs. Yeah, but he plays for a premium team. And you know what? It's not... to save me money, it gives me 5.5. Yeah, Vince Chapman making a funny point about the comment just then. Gives me 5.5. For Trent, get rid of Bowley as an example. That gives me 3.3. A fight again. Classic thing. Let's do what the casuals do. Defenders that are cheap and easy. So 5.5. Who's the best performing player at 5.5? Let's get that Brighton coverage in. Let's get Lewis Dunk in for sake of it. Oh, how much is Van Aanholt? 5.6. Oh, close, but no cigar. Lewis Dunk. No, I've got 0.9 in the bank. No, but then again, the team would look absolutely awful at that point. It would look absolutely terrible. Yeah, agreeing with, again, Jordan Boom and Spurs always inconsistent in Premier. They lost 13 games this season. I mean, Spurs at the moment are absolutely atrocious. Notorious Nerd, have you considered Jimenez? Nope, not interested. You say they're back to their best. I mean, let's just quickly look over their last few fixtures. Are they back to their best? Beat Watford. I mean, Jesus. If you can't beat Watford, you shouldn't be doing well. Man City away, that was just a freak result. Actually, do you know what? No, it wasn't a freak result. History kind of was going that way. Crystal Palace away, 1-1. Well, and then obviously, we're not going to go too far back, but Chelsea at home, 5-2. Don't think they're that back to their best, but certainly, I just think for 7.1, why bother? Arioki Stephen, why don't you have a watch list? Because I can't be bothered. I don't have time, is the simple answer. My time dedicated to fantasy football, ironically, is doing live streams. I can't be bothered with any form of research or whatever. I just do a live stream, and people like you are willing to give me advice, so I'll just take it. It's more easier that way. I mean, straight away, I mean, it's El Nene. 0.2, you won't play. Yeah, exactly, El Nene. For 0.2 less. But again, it's trying to get in Alexander Arnold. I'd love to have Alexander Arnold in my team. But Dan's in chat. Dan, of course, your social media assistants. He is the guy that's running our Instagram page at Elite FPL. So if you do Instagram, then essentially he's the one that's the guy running Instagram at Elite FPL. So if you do Instagram, then he's the one in charge of that. Yeah, Notorious Nerd making the point. I like the strikers who are involved in the game with goals and assists. I think Wilson does that. I completely agree with you. Yeah, Chelsea Flyer. Mark making the point about Trent Alexander-Arnold, how not exactly the greatest pick, I know, but from a real-life perspective, I think he's on 40 points, whatever you may say, 33, that's what, 7 points more than Robertson. What is Robertson's returns this season? Robertson, 2 assists, whereas Alexander-Arnold, it's just Alexander-Arnold's a freak of nature. It just seems to be getting bonus points all over the place. Yeah, Notorious Nerd, exactly. Trent Alexander-Arnold has created as many chances as Kevin De Bruyne. No, that isn't think. That is a fact. So Trent Alexander-Arnold has actually got the most... what do you call it? He has got the same amount of... what do you call it? I mean, yeah, the Tourist Nerd making a point in Discord. If you want to come live on air, we're not going to be on too long, in the next 13 minutes or so. By all means, you're more than welcome to join on me live on air. Yeah. So, yeah. Andy making the point, Resi Desi, Trent Alexander got a bonus point and didn't even get a clean sheet. Exactly. That is my interest. John Harris. I can't give you any advice. I'm having a bad season, but I'm getting in Wilson this week. Yeah. Join the club. I think I'm just a few points ahead of you, John. It's pathetic, isn't it? And by the way, for anybody who's wondering why I'm doing this specific wildcard stuff, and number one, as I've just mentioned, it's just the only time I get to... It's either number one, you sit in front of a laptop or whatever, you do research and all this, even though I don't even do research, I just effectively do what I'm doing right now, which is just looking at players with decent fixtures, even though I haven't specifically done that with Dunk and whatever, but we're just playing around at the moment. Or do it on a live stream, and I think most people appreciate live streaming. In fact, I would argue that most people enjoy the live streams. Myself and Jason do. I think that they're always a bit of fun to watch, and yeah. By the way, FPL Penguin, if he's out there, he is considering triple captaining Wilson. He set a challenge. If this stream hits a specific number of likes, 150, he's willing to hit the triple captaincy on Callum Wilson this week, even though he said he was considering doing it anyway. But yeah, triple captaincy on Wilson if this stream gets 150 likes. We've already had Shano that said he's going to fully commit to hitting the triple captaincy on Connolly of Bournemouth, would you believe, thanks to us hitting 100 likes. I mean, that video we did the other day, extraordinary amount of views and likes. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. In fact, I'll ask Dan if he's still there. Dan, if you can answer this question, if you come live on air, by all means, you come live on air, my friend. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on Lacazette. Yeah, if you want to come live on air, Dan, by all means. If you can't, it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on Lacazette. To be honest with you, it'd be very, very interesting indeed. Chelsea Fly making a point that there are two streams, and yeah, by all means, Dan, join me. I'm not going to be going on for long. It's only going to be for a few minutes, but it'd just be nice to hear a different voice other than my own. Jordan, I've never thought about Yarmolenko. Thanks for the tip. Thank you for that tip. Just to make the point, that Chelsea and Fly was making, there are two streams. The first one was a tester on my new router thing or whatever it is. That was a complete fail. We're now into part two, but part two isn't going to be going on for too long. We're hopefully going to get Dan on the call in and get his thoughts on not just my wildcard team, but more importantly, Lacazette. Lacazette would be the interesting one for me, because Lacazette, apparently, according to, again, I forget who the caller was saying how he could be taking only penalty duties, but also made the point about the fact that he will be effectively up front for Arsenal. And the two games he's played so far this season, we know how well he did last year. He kept pace with Aubameyang. It was just injuries and everything. And that there, look at that. Look at that. A 3-4-3 with Lacazette, Aguero, Aubameyang up front. Abraham up front, and then my midfield as of what it was, Hudson-Odoi, Mane, De Bruyne, and Man. You may be wondering, Hudson-Odoi, I just think, I just think Chelsea triple ups. Essential again is a very, very strong word, but I certainly feel that, you know, it's worth doing. Hello, Dan, are you there? Are you there, Dan? Wow, I can't actually hear you. Brilliant. Unfortunately, Dan, I can't actually hear you, so unless I'm going completely mad, which I know I'm not, then this phone call operation is a complete waste of time. What I'm going to do is I'll quickly go on air again. Can you hear me, Dan? No. How strange. I can't seem to hear Dan, and he's definitely not on mute. I can tell you that for free. Sorry, Dan, but if you can hear me right now, I can't actually hear anything you're saying now, unless people are screaming down the thing saying, I can hear you. Wow. Ooh, fast air coming in with something here. If I had a team like that, I'd hit the wild card and make it better. Carry on, mate. I couldn't care less. Oh, Fantasy Football Focus is here. Unfortunately, I'm having some technical difficulties and I don't understand why I can't actually access Dan speaking, unfortunately. So, let's just see if I can... No, it's not working. How annoying. Very annoying indeed. I can only apologise for that, but it looks like I'm having technical issues on my end, unless I was to... maybe I was to do that. Dan, what I'm going to do is I've just closed down Discord, so maybe I'll actually bring up Discord again and see if it works then. You never know. Let's just quickly bring up Discord again and let's see if I can bring you on again. Hello, Dan? No, it's not working. What a shame. Right, okay, fair enough. Sorry, Dan, I can't get you live on air. Apologies. Right then, we were talking about Yarmolenko. I'd rather have Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, I was making the point about Chelsea attack. I just think Chelsea's attack is just fantastic because they're just so cheap. I'd think I'd love to own all three. I think they're brilliant. I think they're absolutely brilliant. Aubameyang, Aguero, Abraham. What are your thoughts on chat about that? Those three. Yeah, Resi Desi making the point. I'd go. I'd go Hudson-Odoi as well. I completely think. I mean, the tourists know making the point. Check Lacazette's minutes. He's been injured. He's been injured so far. He has basically not played at all due to injury. Yeah, I mean, again, the tourists know making the point. It is a filthy rich forward line there. I completely agree with you, and even the defence, I mean, defence-wise ain't too bad either. Defence isn't too bad. I mean, I could, in theory, downgrade Bowley, get Pereira in. I mean, essentially he's virtually a midfielder. And then I could... Could I do a double up on Leicester defence? Double Leicester defence. I mean, that'd be madness, but 4.4 in the bank. Yeah, it's not great at all. Again, I just want to quickly show you the team that I've got already in the bag. Again, I keep banging on about this. I'm pretty much sticking with that for now. It's going to be fascinating over the next couple of weeks how I specifically change around this team. I keep banging on about this. There are only 4 players in this team that I'm happy with. Those 4 being Abraham, Mount, De Bruyne and Trent Alexander-Arnold. The rest of them, not particularly happy with whatsoever. But the ideas that are coming through regarding this particular team are fantastic. We've already had a bit of talking about Gazinha as just to save 0.2. in the bank. Where is Gazziniga? Spurs. Let's quickly just put Spurs goalkeeper in. Saves that 0.2. 9.1. Oh yeah, quickly put in Aguero. It's just Aguero, Aubameyang and Abraham. All key strikers to the team. It's a shame I can't get Dan on. Dan, if you're still there, if you want to quickly write in the chat your quick thoughts on Lacazette instead of Aubameyang, it would be very, very interesting to hear what you say on that. Andreas, in a 4-4-2 or a 3, essentially in a two-man striker situation, who do you think is the best enabler forward between Connolly and Martinelli? Connolly, as it looks like he's starting fast. Here he is, fast air. You know, saying you need Norwich. Do I? No, you don't. I mean, at the moment they're just absolutely awful. Yeah, Teddy making the point again. Aubameyang maybe shifted to the wing. Yeah, that's exactly the point that he was making. This particular caller was making regarding that. Yeah, I completely agree. Matty Ryan will troll Steve-O with 3 bonus points if he gets Gazziniga and will blank if Steve... Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, we can be second-guessing every single thing, but... Jordan, are you worried about Aguero rotation risk? No, that's absolutely ridiculous. Aguero is their first teamer. End of day. In fact, I would say that of the two, I mean, I could, in theory, get rid of Aguero, get rid of Hudson-Odoi, have Sterling, remember him, Sterling. Get Sterling in, here he is. And then it's a case of who I have instead up front, though. But there's just no... You would then have to do like a 3... I'd have to then go back to a 3-5-2. I mean, going on that particular person's point about an enabler, 4.5, Connolly. Let's just quickly put Connolly in for argument's sake. Which leaves me with... Oh, that's why. You see, if I was to go with a 3-5-2, I would then bring in Yarmolenko. Because I'd want 5 definite... Oh, actually, no, I could go Hudson-Odoi because he's cheaper by 0.1. Like I said, I love Hudson-Odoi. He was, again, a differential on Jason last season. And unfortunately... 3-5-2. Oh. 10.3. Do I have then 8.1? Ooh. I always say this. Who would you partner De Bruyne with? Is it Sterling or Aguero? And I've always said Aguero. Dan making the point. Lacazette is great value. He brings out the best in Aubameyang. Aubameyang can explode though in one game. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. That's exactly the issue. Gravy Dave saying that he'd take Aubameyang all week. Traore, there's a name that keeps popping up, but isn't he reverse out of position for Wolves? He's been playing in defence, hasn't he, for Wolves rather than striker. How much is he? So he's a midfielder for Wolves, so let's just see. 5 million, nah, it's too expensive. Too expensive as an enabler. No chance. Absolutely no chance in that. I would not be going with them. That's all. Fast Air making the point. Jimenez is what all the cool kids are going with. Are they? I don't think they are. I'm not going anywhere near Son. My goodness, FPL Booner has made this point about 1 million times. Son, Tottenham full stop. I'm not going anywhere near. Tottenham are absolutely awful at the moment. I don't even want to go anywhere near it. Vardy instead of Sterling. I understand what you're getting at there, and rather than partnering up with them or whatever. I love Vince Chapman here. Are you not entertained by this? If you're not, sorry. If you are entertained by this video, hit the like button. I mean, this is not entertainment. This is, I would say, this is pretty boring. Oh, here we go. Notorious nerd with the underlining statistics. Don't care about them whatsoever. But again, interestingly, you bring up Mahrez. Jason's idea of having cheap Man City. I mean, let's just for argument's sake, let's just put in your mate, because a lot of people, well, there's no a lot of people about it. It's essentially a fact. If Bernardo Silva is banned, and again, we don't know what the circumstances are regarding this, and Mahrez is going to play, and we know what Mahrez has done this season. Just quickly see what money I've got left. 16 million. Vardy, Pereira, Bolly. Oh, that's a 3-5-2 then, isn't it? So, get rid of him. 1.9. Yeah, I'm not really interested in Mahrez at all. Not interested at all. What I will say is that I think I will. Douglas Luiz, I think I'll actually make that transfer today. Oh, a live transfer. I'll actually get in a Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa. I think that's thanks to you guys. Thank you for alerting me to Douglas Luiz for 4.5 instead of Saka. At least he's going to start. I mean, so far this season, he's got 2 goals. 2 goals this season, and admittedly, he's not. In fact, he's not even a guaranteed starter. Ooh. There's also another player, but he's 5 million. 5.5 El Ghazi of Aston Villa. El Ghazi of Aston Villa, 5.5. Only 5 points behind McGinn. And he's done really well this season. 2 goals, 3 assists. He's just plodding along, doing a job, doing what you want him to do. Always interesting. Yeah. Nakamba is starting. Sherlock Hulk making a point is saving 3 million not having Trent Alexander-Arnold. Well, again, this is an argument. This is an argument. Flapjack. Good God, Pookie. Just don't worry about him. My God. This is the argument that we've been discussing all season. Is it really worth having? Premium defenders, when reality the cheaper defenders are doing really, really well. I mean, I don't want to keep going over it, but when you look over the list of defenders so far this season, it's only Liverpool from a premium team that are in it. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson and Van Dijk. It's the same old faces over and over. And all the... Is there a reasoning to this? I have no idea why. Let's quickly put in Aguero for a second. 4.1. It's just... Was it Martin Kelly, isn't it? 4.1 for Martin Kelly. Now, admittedly, I'm relying on... look at that. A 3-4-3 with Lundstrom, Kelly and Rico rotating with Pereira and Bowley. Oh, I've still got Gazziniga in there. Forgot about that. Oh well, what a shame. Oh, actually, I could still have him. Oh no, I couldn't. What did I get Matt Ryan then at? 4.6. Blast. Blast. Oh. It's annoying, isn't it? And again, I could just downgrade Pereira. Here we go. We're just going around in circles now. I think I'm just going to... unfortunately, due to technical issues, I can't take phone calls. So I may just quickly end this stream in about 5 minutes Also, Gazinha. Let's quickly just get Gazinha up. Although I've just said I'm avoiding Spurs like the plague, but that's attack. Even though their defence is absolutely shocking. I've got 5.5 to play with. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I suppose it's called a rate my team. Let's do a quick poll vote, shall we? Let's right. So let's go for the official team that I've got at the moment. So up on screen now is the official team that I've actually put through on my wildcard. And what I do with the rate my team is essentially this. I give it a mark out of... We'll give this team a mark out of 11, right? And that's the first team choice. So the team that's up, the first 11 that I've got up on screen right now. So Matt Ryan, Alexander-Arnold, Bowley, Pereira, Mount, Hudson-Odoi, De Bruyne, Mane, Abraham, Vardy and Aubameyang. In your opinion, as a rate my team, what would you give that out of 11? So if you were to say 11 out of 11, that means that you would take 11 of those players. If you're going to say 1 out of 11, it means you would only take 1 out of that team. I would give it 4 right now. Nasty Balls is saying 11. Really? Well, you're doing very well in our Kashmiri. Gravy Dave, 11. Fast Air, 7 out of 11. Drunk, 5. Too much in defence. That's not a mark. That's just a statement. Matthew saying 9 out of 11. FPL Mechanic 11. Dave VP 6. Tony Higginson 7. John Harris 9. Youssef 7. I wonder if that's Youssef that I work with. Mr. Blue Nathan 10. Mark 9. Firetog 7. Jason FPL's here 9. Jason, you've joined me. You've joined me when the stream's actually running okay. I wish I'd just stuck with this internet, to be honest with you. Essentially, a lot of people are basically, it's an average of what, 7 out of 11? Okay, here's one final poll question. One final poll question for you watching this. Of those 11, which one would you get rid of? So, of the 11 on screen now, which one, only one mind, would you get rid of? Let's see what you guys say. I mean, Tony's saying too much money up front. Well, I'm thinking of going AAA with Aubameyang, Abraham and Aguero. Aubameyang, Bowley. Interesting. Human being saying about only one city is bad. Yep, true. Fast Air, Hudson-Odoi, Jason, Hudson, Gravy Dave, Bowley. Vince Chapman, Bowley. Aussie Boy, none. He'd happily have him. Fair enough. Resi Desi, Bowley. Nasty Balls, Vardy, Bowley, Bowley. So basically it's Bowley or Hudson-Odoi. Sherlock making the point. Pereira and Odoi. Well, that's 2. Yeah, again, FPL Mechanic saying this point about what G Wiz says about play your own game. Again, I'm just asking just for entertainment reasons, just to keep you guys a part of this show. Very good. Being part of this show, and I think that's more entertaining than just listening to me waffling on. Again, unfortunately, I can't access Discord. Well, I can access it, but I can't take calls for whatever bizarre reason. So I apologise for anybody that's wanting to come live on air. There were a few. Oh, can I hear Jason? Jason, are you there? Can I hear you? Jason, speak to the nation. No, something seems to be going wrong with Discord. How very peculiar, although admittedly Jason isn't actually speaking, ironically, so I'll just keep my headphones in and keep him unmuted for the next few seconds. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of taking not a break per se, but I am playing my own game. I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, I agree with Fast Air. I absolutely agree that having Doherty over Bowley would be good if he was getting more minutes. Just turn me up. I don't think it will work, Jason. You say turn you up. I don't know if it will work though, because I've been having different. Jason, are you there? Speak to the nation, Jason. No, unfortunately, for whatever reason, Discord is not working my end whatsoever. So, yeah, unfortunately, Jason, there's been some issues with Discord today. I don't know what it is, but very, very strange indeed. Very peculiar, but there's nothing going on whatsoever. I've already tried that, take out headphones and put them back in again. And I've already restarted the app as well, Jason. I've already done all the tech issues. Yeah. Very good. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night or an evening or whatever. I want to watch the wrestling. FPL Penguin. AEW. Superb. Yeah, I'm going to watch the wrestling. I feel like doing that. But Fast Air making the point about what can we expect from Chelsea. Well, I'll tell you what we can expect from Chelsea. Goals, goals, goals. That's what I expect from Chelsea. They are absolutely ridiculous at the moment. I think that Chelsea are just scoring goals for fun. I'm not really into whatever. Oh, we have some wrestling fans in there. VARR and Gravy Dave. Very good. Marwan saying that your team is fantastic instead of Aubameyang. Aguero instead of Aubameyang story. Well, do you know what? I could do a Jason. I say surprise all of you, but when it comes to, so basically next week, I'm on holiday, and I could potentially do a stream next week Friday for my final wildcard team opinions. In fact, I'm almost going to be doing it, to be honest with you. Littman, I mean as in AEW wrestling, WWE, stuff that, load of rubbish. Forget real life wrestling, we're talking about AEW, the greatest. So next week I'm on holiday, so I can essentially do whatever I want. And yeah, next week Friday, or even in fact Saturday, what date will that be? Saturday, I could, depending on the internet issues. So Saturday the 19th of October, there is a chance that I could do a deadline day wildcard special. Maybe start it at about, is there a 12 o'clock kickoff on Saturday? Do we know? Let's just quickly find out. I'm pretty sure there is, because there's going to be a big soccer Saturday that day. Yes, Everton versus West Ham. So we're going to have an early morning. We could do an early morning deadline day wildcard special and watch my team and see what I've done with my wildcard. That'll be interesting. Will it? Yeah, so Soccer Saturday on the 20th, is it? On the 19th of October is going to be huge. So we've got 8 games on Saturday, 6 3 o'clock kickoffs, and then we've got a 5:30 kickoff which we'll be covering as well. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. That'd be good. And what we do want to do is try and make Soccer Saturday something that we want to make that the Elite FPL USP, as they say in Dragon's Den. What is your USP? Well, Peter, it's Soccer Saturday, Elite FPL Soccer Saturday. I think that that is going to take off big time. At the moment, I think people are trying to get their heads around it, but the viewing figures for us are just creeping up and up and up. I'm talking about live here. The viewing figures are actually moving up and up and up when we go live for Soccer Saturday. So it's clearly something that people enjoy. It's just that I don't think people are that aware of it, even though we keep advertising it. But me and Jason really, really enjoy doing the Soccer Saturdays. I think they're absolutely fantastic. I think they're a right laugh. So many unexpected moments in it, and it's just an hour and a half, 2 hours of just pure. Now that is Vince Chapman entertainment, Soccer Saturday. We do get told that the more popular shows that people enjoy are, for obvious reasons, the preview show and Sunday Surgery. We are, me and Jason are going to be trying to do some improvements regarding those specific shows, because there are a few things that we want to kind of change around with those particular things, but it's nothing bad. It's still going to continue as per normal, but what I will say is that it's all for the better. But Soccer Saturday, I'm surprised it doesn't get as much love as what people should be giving it. But whatever, that's people's opinion. Right then, guys. Oh, can't, mate. Fast Air, you should do a point predictor show each week. You and Jason both select a player from each position you think will score higher that way. Can't be bothered. There's just so much stuff to be doing. That something like that, it's just that won't be happening. Anything extra me and Jason do, my goodness, it's a lot of stuff. And at the end of the day, we're two people that do a full-time job, and we only have a certain amount of time in the week. Jason even has to contend with the fact he has a family. So, the amount of content that we're giving everybody in the FPL community is nuts alone, let alone the fact that we do a full-time job. But, it's been a great show. It's been different, I've got to say. It's been a lot different than expected. Again, this was part 2 of 2 streams. The first stream being a bit of a tester regarding my quote-unquote new internet, which was rubbish. I'm now actually on the original internet router, which has worked absolutely fine. It's been very frustrating because I hate it when the 2 streams split up, but whatever, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to go for the admin, and I'm going to say thank you to everybody. So, Vince Chapman, are you off to McDonald's now? No, I'm watching wrestling, and that links me into John Harris's. Who's your favourite gimmick wrestler of all time? Gimmick wrestler. Gimmick wrestler. I mean, I can't even think. Do you know what? I don't have a favourite. I don't like gimmick wrestlers. In fact, do you know what? I hate gimmick wrestlers. I'm more of the serious wrestlers. Let's be honest here, Austin, Rock, CM Punk, Triple H, Undertaker. You get the idea. At the moment in AEW, that's all I care about is AEW. Chris Jericho. Just amazing. Chris Jericho is just pulling the stops out the bag, and I've been told this specific episode he does something amazing in it, but I'm going to find out in a minute. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to be watching wrestling. Mark making the point, in all seriousness, enjoy your holiday time. Well, I'm actually going away to get tattooed. Yep, that's right, more tattoos, more on my leg. So, yeah. So I'm going to get more tattoos on my leg, basically. So, no, I'm not a WWE fan, notorious nerd. I can't. In fact, I stopped watching WWE last year. In fact, it's coming up to a year that I unsubscribed from their subscription. I stopped subscribing to them because I just fell out of love with the product. The product was an absolute disgrace. I think that WWE became too theatre pantomime based, like too full on. I didn't like the way it was going, the direction it was going. It was just becoming so ridiculous. I think the wrestlers that they were pushing were just a joke. I thought the wrestlers that they were holding back was a complete joke. And as much as I loved NXT, and NXT, I'm not going to lie, was absolutely stunning, I just completely fell out of love with WWE, and I thought the only way that I can just protest as if they care. I just wish more people did it, but for $9.99 a month, I'm not going to lie, it's value for money. It's amazing value, but I just thought I can't watch this product anymore. It's just so bad. I just unsubscribed, and then well, fast forward a year later and AEW's come out. So I'm just I'm getting back into my wrestling again, my wrestling podcasts. A notorious nerd making a point that Hell in the Cell was a disgrace. Yeah, a friend of mine randomly messaged me. What was the big deal about that? Well, I don't know. Well, I do know. No, I don't know. I don't actually have a clue, to be honest with you. Something to do with the ending or something. Again, why I can't stand it. Why I can't stand it. Right then, I'm going. I could be here all day talking all wrestling, but I'm not going to. Right then, let's do the old admin, shall we? Let's do the old admin. So, number 1, if you've enjoyed this video for entertainment, can you hear that? There's a potential clip for SMZ or Jason. There, some people going mental on their horns in the car. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the streams, the usual thing of just hit the like button. If you're new around here and you've enjoyed what myself and Jason do, by all means, and you haven't subscribed, just simply hit the subscribe button. We are almost a daily streaming service. Although during the international break, it's a bit quiet time, a bit downtime. And like I said, the only reason why I'm doing this is because I'd rather do this than just, essentially do it on my own. So yeah, I think next week Friday I probably will do. Saturday I'll be virtually streaming all day. Could you imagine that? A 10 o'clock stream all the way up till 6 o'clock in the evening. It ain't gonna happen. There'll be a lot of breaks because I need my food. I wonder if that could be. It could be done. It's not too difficult, but would I want to do it? I don't know. But anyway, like I said, if you enjoy the content that myself and Jason produce, then by all means just hit that subscribe button because we are pretty much a daily service. If you want to follow us on Twitter, the only way you could have found out, when I say the only way you could have found out, the only way to find out these impromptu streams is on Twitter, at Elite FPL. So at Elite FPL on Twitter. I'll instantly then post it up in Discord. Discord, the link is in the description. That way you get to speak to the Elite FPL community, a lovely bunch of people. The moderators are fantastic as well. They make sure everything's all calm and no trolls, basically. Other than that, Instagram as well. We've already mentioned that with Dan, at Elite FPL. Everything's Elite FPL, even the website, elitefpl.com. As just mentioned, Jason has put up a new T-shirt. Mr. Blue making the point there. I don't normally make this point about it, but because I just think, even when I hear it on when I hear it on other YouTube channels, I just don't see the point in it. But I will mention this. Mr. Blue Nathan making the point: hit the notification button on YouTube. Really, essentially, if you want to find out when we are going live spontaneously. I think I've just made up that word, impromptuly. But spontaneously, that notification button, by all means hit that. I think it automatically gets touched anyway when you hit subscribe. So, anyway, but by all means, if you want to hit this notification button, you carry on. Other than that, like I said, Jason's put up a new T-shirt design on Discord. I'll quickly bring it up for a split second. If you want to purchase it, by all means, it's just there. I don't think it'll work now. I think this will mess up. Oh, there it is. There we are. There's the T-shirt. Done. There's the latest T-shirt that Jason's put up to purchase if you want to support the stream when you're out and about, when you're going to the gym or whatever. Anyhow, other than that, all I can say is thank you for joining me for these, especially for anybody that's joined me for both parts, part 1 and part 2. Thank you for joining me. That's been absolutely great. The support is superb. It really, really is absolutely fantastic for what me and Jason do. And as ever, until next time, whenever that could be, see you guys later. And of course, have a good evening. Take it easy, guys.